welcome back everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my Kaleidoscope quilt that I have finished and talk to you about the little things that I learned and some of the mistakes that I made that I want to share with you. So okay. I got it quilted, I got it bound, and it turned out really nice. So here's the front of it. And you can tell that the border with the dark blue doesn't lose that effect. And I quilted the center section with the bright green. So it looks kind of fun. And this is the back side. So I didn't get to show you that last week because it was all rolled up and ready to quilt. But notice that I did take I still have a little bit of clippings to do and some dangling threads and stuff like that. But notice that right here on the back, I used some of the extra blocks that I had, and I made extra pieces of the blocks that I had, and I put them in the back just to add a little extra touch to the back. And I like piece backing, so I like to add different elements to the back because I feel like the back is just as important as the front. I hate showing you that I do make mistakes, but I do, okay? So I just wanted to show you right here. Okay, so notice that my tension is off. I was so excited to start showing you how to quilt that I just checked my top. My top tension looks great, but I didn't look down underneath to see what my bottom tension looked like. And then I just changed the color of thread. So I was using dark blue for the back that I was quilting the border with. And then I was the light green on top, and you can see that the green pulled through on the bottom, which it should, but you shouldn't be able to see it like you have. So I needed to just tighten it up just a little bit or loosen it, and then I would have had good tension. But that was my bad, because when I took it off to take it home to finish quilting it, that's when I changed the color to a gray for the backing because I liked that better, and it was a little lighter, so it worked better with my top color. So when you're choosing colors, it's okay to have a dark and a light, but if you want it to show up correctly and you don't want it to pull through as much and not see it, then choose a color that's closely related to it. Don't go for dark. Don't go for dark and a light. Choose medium colors if you're using a medium color, or choose dark colors if you're using a dark. Doesn't matter that you have two different colors, but just make sure that that element is close enough to the same, and you'll have a better results. And you can tell that I really like, but I kind of like the look of this one dark square on it because it added a little extra element of fun for the back because you don't really see it. So that was one thing I wanted to share with you about how important it is when you're preparing your machine for quilting is to check that tension, both top and bottom. And you don't make the mistakes that I do. That's why I'm sharing this with you. Okay, so then for the top, it just turned out really fun. When I was choosing my border and my corner, I noticed that my center section, as I turned my quilt, was not connecting correctly. So I had to make a couple little adjustments. It's just the connection. So I had to go into Pattern CAD, and I knew that I needed 8 little spirals. I took the design and I put 8 spirals in my Pattern CAD, and I just turned it and adjusted it so that my connections met correctly. That's one of those wonderful aids with the automation, is to be able to take the existing design that you're using and manipulate it and fix it so it works correctly for how you're quilting. And so that was one of the other things that I wanted to talk to you about today. But there's the quilt. So it's different. It's totally different than the one on the wall here. It's a different effect. So you wouldn't even realize really that they're the same pattern. They just look totally different because of the colors that I've used and the way I pieced them together. This one has the sashing and the little squares in between it, so it makes it look, different than this one. Okay, so now that I've talked to you about this, I wanted to talk to you about our spring fling coming up. I'm so excited about it. There's so many things going on, and you know, there's new fresh ideas that we have going, and I just wanted to invite you to be a part of the spring fling. We're giving machines and frames away, and that's just for if you register. That doesn't even mean when you sign up what we're going to give away throughout the week online. So make sure that you come to graceframe.com. The opening screen, its registration is now open, and I just want to encourage you all to go and register. And we want you to enter your beautiful quilts that you've quilted and you've started, and they have different categories. These are totally different from last time, from the fall festival that we had. So make sure you enter your quilts so that they can be judged and have a lot of fun. And when you register, you're entered to win a bunch of prizes. So make sure that you register right now. And there was one other thing that I wanted to show and share with you today. If you have the automation and you are searching for a little bit more help and step-by-step, make sure that you come to the website, my education website, and it has all the help files that I've written, and it shows you how to download them, just very easy. And I know a lot of you have already gone to the website and used it, but make sure. And then eventually we're going to move the website to the main, but we just don't have a little home right now. So this is our education website. So make sure that you go there and download the help files, and then get a double screen and load up the help files on one screen, and then work through your simulation mode on your automation with the other screen, and just go through the processes. It really does help you understand and learn what the automation is capable of. And so I just want to invite you back next week for more exciting things that we have coming up. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm really excited about the process that we're going to have. So join me next Tuesday for some more fun-filled thoughts and education. And thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi everybody, welcome. Here in my executive seat at the Grace Company. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. It was a lot of fun watching that old segment. It worked really well with Spring Fling coming up, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm very excited for Spring Fling coming up. So make sure that you are registered, and we're just going to go to the website right now. Don't use the website that we showed a little earlier. That was an old one. So go to graceframe.com and you should see the registration for Spring Fling Quilt Festival. So just click on that and visit the festival site, and then you'll see across the bottom here, you'll see you can play bingo again. You should be used to playing bingo. Make sure you get all your little bingo cards, and then it'll give you some discounts and things like that as you're scrolling through finding things. Let's scroll down and go to the events workshop and see the schedule. Make sure that you're adding everything to your calendar that you want to see. Everything's really important, so add all of it to your calendar. I know it makes one busy day. But anyway, we're going to start off Thursday morning, and we're going to start off with a live event, and then we're going to segue into my cactus quilt. And then Mark and Jana are going to highlight the Unique 19. And then we'll come back and do another little live event, and it just goes on throughout the day, Thursday and Friday. So lots of new things, exciting things, and then just scroll down through and find the dates, and then click on and add to your calendar so that you don't miss anything. A lot of great prizes to give away, so let's go to the giveaways. The giveaways are right here. We're going to give away a Unique 15 Pro with a light bar, rulers, and just a lot of great things. And then we're giving away a cutie tabletop fabric frame with some more True Cut. And then we're giving away a Q-Zone hoop frame Pro, I believe, and some more True Cut, always True Cut, very important, and threads and 15 Pros and just all the way down. So you'll see the giveaways and the days that we're giving away so that you can participate and make sure that you're there. It's always fun to be there live when we're giving away items and see your comments. So scroll through that. Now let's go across and see the big deals that are going on during the Spring Fling. So if you click on the big deals, oh, it's coming soon. Sorry, they must be working on the website now. Okay, now we'll check out our vendors. We are really lucky to have some great vendors, and these are people, and yeah, we just got to know on bingo. So that was exciting. So our vendor mall, our vendor hall, it's kind of like a little mall where you can go and peruse and see what's going on out there. They'll give you some great ideas, show you some nice tips and tricks, and show you what they have going on. And it's just another place for some great information at the vendor hall. So make sure you're checking that out and seeing what kind of deals they have going on through there. They have patterns, fabrics, lots of different things. And now let's make sure that you add it to your calendar so you don't miss a thing. So if you'll go in and make sure you're registered for the Spring Fling, very important. And then let's talk about the Parade of Quilts. We're having our quilt show again. This is a great way to show off your quilts and everything you are working so hard on. And we as quilters always love to show off what we're doing. I like to walk down the hall and say, look, see what I just finished? Whether they pay attention or not, it's another story. But it's always fun. So go in and check out all the talented quilters out there. I mean, we have so many, and it's always so fun to see different ideas, and you can receive inspiration as you're scrolling through. You can also say that you like the quilts and leave comments, and so make sure that you're doing your due diligence and perusing and getting inspiration. So check out that. That's the Quilts in Bloom. We have other categories that you can participate in. We have the automation creation. That's a fun new one that we just came up with, and that's using the automation to quilt your quilts. So scroll through that and see all the very talented quilters. Then we have Quilts for Kids, Quilts in Bloom, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's always a really good one. And then my category that I get to judge, oops, because you know I make oops all the time, but we learn from our oops, and they're a lot of fun. I like to see those oopses, so it's a lot of fun. So make sure that you check it out, and then you'll see the judges down below, and we're going to introduce some new judges, some new faces to our ambassadors. So we have Nicole Moore here. She is our True Cut ambassador. Lizzie Allen, very talented, award-winning quilter, and Jennifer Gaston. We have Jackson Cook. He's from Australia, from down under, a very talented young quilter. And Chrissy, she is brand new as well and young. So we'd like to introduce these young kids and their talents to what we have going on here at the Grace Company, because they're going to keep us going for years to come. So now you can see down below that we have frequently asked questions. Make sure that you join the chat like you're doing, and you know, this might answer some of the questions that you have about the Spring Fling. So just look at it and see if that really helps, and then also join the chat. We have some great customer service reps that will help you answer questions, help guide you to our dealers. Our dealers are fabulous. They are so helpful, and we love them so much. We couldn't do it without them. Okay, so, okay, we're going to get one question here. Initially, I saw that you could enter a quilt block or a quilt. Is that true? Yes, you can enter a quilt block or a quilt. Whatever you want, because that quilt block could be the most spectacular quilt block ever seen, and sometimes it only takes one little small piece to be the winner. So anyway, make sure that you enter it, and it'll be a lot of fun to see what you're working on. Okay, so let me join you and tell you about my giveaway today. I went and I grabbed all these pretty pastel threads, and I noticed as I sat down that there was one person patiently waiting for Tuesdays with Grace to come on, and she is going to be the recipient of these beautiful threads, and that is Belinda Brine from Florida. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being patient and waiting till we come on. So you are the winner of these beautiful pastel threads, because it's that time of the year for pastel spring colors. So email me, Belinda, Karla with a K, K-A-R-L-A @graceframe.com, and I'll get these sent to you right away. Then we had a second person join in really quite early on, and that was Catherine Clark. So Catherine, you are the second winner of today's giveaway, and that's by Pastel Threads. So I will send you a package of these 6 threads as well. So make sure that you email me, Catherine and Belinda both. That's Karla with a K, K-A-R-L-A @graceframe.com. And I'd love to hear from you. Show off your quilts. I don't have any quilts to show off right now because you haven't seen anything come through. So make sure that you email me, ask me your questions. I had a great one today from Janine. She asked about t-shirt quilts. So I'm going to do my research on that. I actually haven't done one, but I will give you some good information about how to quilt t-shirt quilts using your Unique machines, or just how to quilt them in general. So that's coming up. And well, is that everything? Did I cover everything? I'm good to go, and so are you. Thanks for joining me today, and we will see you Thursday, bright and early. And don't forget to register for the Spring Fling. Take care. Bye-bye.
I found that once you reach the end, you may want to go ahead and cut your thread and start back on the left again.
And now I can draw little designs along the line.
No, this is not just plastic. The design of this has a unique shape. It actually works like a ratchet.
I'm not going to go too fast because it is a softer thread and I don't want to put it under too much tension.
You typically want to start out with a lower number than what you really want it to be.
See what a fun design that's making? And I'm just using the 2 different sizes.